I'm gonna pick out a few things that our listeners probably heard, and I think it's the first time you ever said it. You said, "Hey, I'd love to do Rowdy's gig," and what's interesting is that I interviewed Beisel when she was like 13 years old, and she said that when she was 13, and now she's in the booth. They're moving her into the booth more and more. She's working with NBC. I think that the Gator combination of Dressel, Beisel would be awesome. Rowdy's already announced he's retiring.
And he did?
Yeah, Rowdy's retiring in 2020.
So that'll be his last?
That's his last one. He's retiring in 2028. And it's so that your timing is great. You're swimming with the gods is what I'm saying. And, but here's what we know in endemic swim. So, SwimSwam is the swim nerds. We're pretty in the bunker, but you're really a swim nerd. Like you care. Yeah. And you follow details to the 100th and very precise. And I don't know, like Michael's doing some of it. That Michael's sort of transcended swimming and is kind of an Olympic icon. And I think he's sort of, I don't know that he actually wants to actually be in the booth doing that. The analyst work is a real skill, and it's a career. And I don't see Michael like doing it I don't see him being an analyst for the SEC championships. But I think that you would do the SEC championships, NCAAs, nationals in the summer, world champs, Pan Pacs, the Olympic. I think that you would find great joy in it. And I think that you would take it very seriously. That's fascinating to me. That's fascinating to me. I endorse you.
I did endorse, yeah. In light of everything going on in the country, there's an endorsement we can all get behind. Yeah,
I think a lot of people would.
Yeah, I of course I would take it serious. I'm very passionate about the nerd side of swimming. I'm very passionate about swimming in general, but yeah, I think that would be fun to dive into something like related to the sport that is something totally different than I've ever done. Just something new, something different. But yeah, that's why it's very important, and that's why this is a very challenging and partly confusing time in my career. And I hope none of what I'm saying is I'm not guaranteeing I'm done swimming. I'm not going to do Worlds next year. I don't know. But yeah, it's just something that is really important to me to where I end my career the way I want, because I with how much the sport has given to me, I cannot end my career where I am bitter about any part of the sport, because there's so much that I want to give back to it that I don't want to be thinking, no, I'm not happy with how I ended this meet, so I'm not going in a booth and I'm not taking Rowdy's job. Or no, I'm not putting free content out because I didn't like how I swam in Paris, or how I ended my career at Worlds or LA. Like, I cannot afford to do that, and the sport is not deserving of that send-off. With however the sport wants me to send me off, that's fine, but for my goodbye to the sport, it deserves for me to be able to leave it in a place, and for me to like be able to carry on and share that special place. So it has to be left in a very special place for me, so I can continue to be involved with it. And I just, as you can see, I know I'm rambling, but it is like, it's so important to me that I leave the sport exactly how it deserves to be.